Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. The Melchizedek is one of the most talked about mysteries in the Bible. Many Christians are interested in finding out who exactly he was, where he came from, and why he played such an important role in the life of Abraham. This video will look at the story of the Melchizedek and what some believe could be his true identity. For those who may not know, the Melchizedek appears only once in the Bible, and that's in the book of Genesis, chapter 14, verses 18 to 20. It reads, "Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of God Most High. And he blessed him and said, 'Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand.' And he gave him bread and wine, and Abram called him my God. Then Melchizedek, the king of Salem, gave him bread and wine, and Abram gave him a tenth of everything." There are three things that we learn about the Melchizedek in this passage. 1. He was the king of Salem. Salem is believed by many scholars to be the ancient name for Jerusalem. Some even believe that Salem was where the Jebusites later established their city, which would have been called Jerusalem. So the fact that Melchizedek was the king of Salem would mean that he was either the first king of Jerusalem or at least ruled over a part of Jerusalem. 2. He was a priest of God Most High, serving with deep faith and devotion. This tells us that the Melchizedek was a man of the Most High God, a man of God. In other words, he was a priest of God, and if he was the king of Salem, then he would have been the king priest of Salem. And here's number 3. He blessed Abram and received tithes from him. This tells us that he had a close relationship with God, and it also tells us that he was recognized as a religious leader by Abraham, because Abraham gave him tithes of all that he had. Many people throughout history have claimed to be descendants of the Melchizedek, including Jesus Christ himself. In Hebrews chapter 7, verse 3, it says that Jesus became the high priest of all things for all time after the order of Melchizedek. So there is a belief among many Christians that Jesus was a descendant of the Melchizedek, and that he inherited the priesthood of Melchizedek. So who was the Melchizedek? Well, let me give you my opinion. First, he was a real historical person. The Bible clearly states that he was the king of Salem and that he was a priest of God Most High. He wasn't just a vision or a dream that Abraham had. Second, he was a righteous man. The Bible says that he blessed Abraham, and Abraham called him my God. And Abraham gave him a tenth of everything. So he must have been a good and righteous man. Third, he was a man of faith. As a priest of God Most High, he must have believed in and worshipped the one true God. And this is evident in the blessing that he gave to Abraham. Fourth, he was a prophet. The blessing that he gave to Abraham prophesied that God would establish a nation of people who would be blessed through Abraham's offspring. Fifth, he was a king. The Bible clearly states that he was the king of Salem. And lastly, he was a priest. The Bible clearly states that he was a priest of God Most High. In conclusion, Melchizedek was a man of God who lived in the ancient city of Salem, which is believed by many to be the ancient name for Jerusalem. He was a king priest who blessed Abraham and received tithes from him. And he is believed by many Christians to be a descendant of Jesus Christ himself. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch another video on the channel about the mysterious death of Judas Iscariot.